It's Thursday, October 20th. Coming up live on The View. Michael Emerson's telling you how fans are still asking him to explain the end of Lost. And if all the high-tech spying on his new show, Person of Interest, has him paranoid that Big Brother is watching. All that, hot topics, and more. Coming up live on The View.
One of my favorite actors, he was the star, one of the stars of Lost, Michael Emerson. He's back on a mind-bending new show called Person of Interest as a computer genius who stays one step ahead in a world of spies and secrets where you have to watch every word you say, kind of like, here, take a look.
What's good here?
That won't work, Mr. Reeves.
Your interrogation technique.
What's good here? It's an innocent question.
No question is ever innocent from you. You're trying to determine whether I come here often. Armed with that knowledge, you'll try to figure out where I live.
You're paranoid, Finch.
With good reason.
Now, please welcome the fabulous Michael Emerson. This show, number one, I love this show. I get a big kick out of it. But, like, you know, this guy's a little bit different. He doesn't seem to be as creepy as some of the people that you have played in the past, but he does definitely have a creep element. Is he, like, shady?
I think you're suffering a little bit of character hangover from other parts that I've played. Because he's a genuinely good guy. But I have to say that I gravitate toward characters that are ambiguous or mysterious somehow. I think you can be a good guy and still be somewhat unknown. Yeah.
Good and creepy?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Do people still come up to you and say, explain the ending of Lost?
They do.
Because it was very confusing. What do you say to them?
I say, well, like most good writing, it's open to personal interpretation. But I tell them, look, everything that happened on the island in the first 5 years was real. It really happened. In the 6th season, there was a tear in the fabric between dimensions or realities. But the ending, the finale, was set in the hereafter, sometime hundreds, thousands of years into the future, where the souls that were the characters on Lost are waiting to enter the afterlife proper, and they can only do it in pairs, just like in a Shakespearean comedy. They have to go off one by one. They have to find their mirror redeemer and then go off into eternity with them. And my character has no mirror redeemer, so I'm left on a stone bench.
Does that help you? Because this was your favorite show.
Well, this was my favorite show, but you know what? I was your mirror redeemer. That's why you couldn't go anywhere, because I could never get there.
I'm waiting for you.
Here I am.
Your wife, Carrie Preston, must be glad, of True Blood, by the way. She must be glad that you're back in New York City, because was it 6 years commuting back and forth, New York to Hawaii?
A long time.
Gosh,
and she couldn't come. She couldn't come and hang out in Honolulu and take hula lessons or anything. Because she was working in L.A., so if she had a week off, she would come to the islands, and if I had a week off, I'd go back to Los Angeles, and we never saw our New York home.
Oh, my gosh,
for
but
years.
now back.
Well, I have to say, in your back, you're filming Person of Interest here in New York. This is such a great show. We love it. Like I said, it tapes here in New York. Now, you play a billionaire who you developed this intricate computer network that can detect terrorists. But there's a little glitch in the programming, and it's able to do more than detect terrorists. Can you explain?
Well, we call it the machine, and because it's so highly efficient, it sees not just large-scale violent events, it also sees everyday ones. And the government has no interest in those. But me, the inventor, I feel duty-bound. I have this information. I know that someone is going to be murdered or kidnapped. I feel I have to do something about it.
Well, why do you have a limp?
Well, in the pilot script, it said that my character, I can't remember the exact words, but it was something about having been wounded in body and mind.
So you decided to limp?
Yeah. I mean, you know, I'm a character actor, so my inclinations are always, you know, give me the foreign accent, give me the limp, give me the eye patch. But all they would let me have was the limp.
But, Michael, I mean, this is This is the first time you're not the guy that comes for just a couple of weeks or just a guest star. This is your show, man. This is your show.
I hardly know how to behave.
Well, you know, you're very gracious about it.
I still feel like I'm the guest actor somehow, hoping not to get fired. But
No,
I
you
think
can't
they'll
do
keep
it.
me.
This
And
is
you-
yours.
Oh, good.
I was gonna say you showed the show at Comic-Con, and they went crazy. They love vigilantism, so the fans of Comic-Con, they loved it, huh?
People find it really rousing, you know, when the good guy that's working outside the law, you know, straps on that bazooka and goes after the bad guys. I mean, honestly, it brings people to their feet.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a good idea or a bad idea.
But they love it.
But don't you think now that what you're doing here, finding the person of interest, don't you think now with the computers and everything, this could really happen?
Are you
Or maybe
paranoid
is
about
really
that?
happening?
Well, I think it is happening. When I came on the show, I thought, oh, we're dealing here with science fiction. And now I think we're just dealing with science fact.
Yeah.
We're dealing with technologies that exist. They may not be fully employed yet, but that stuff's out there.
But that's what happens, isn't it? I mean, the science fiction writes the future. It always has.
Yes.
You know, it's always led us. And I love the show. I'm so glad you're the star. And Jim Caviezel is your co-star. I wanted to make sure that we said that. But I think it's fantastic. And thank you for coming
he
and
is
come
a
back.
little creepy, isn't he?
He actually isn't. But he has that thing where you can look and scare people.
Look creepy.
Oh, okay.
What's your name?
We're going to thank Michael Emerson while I'm not looking at him. Person of Interest airs tonight. And we will be right back. Do yourself a favor, watch it.